Greetings, traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for end of the week, week 27th, July 8th, 2016. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Well, there we are, wrapping up week 27. Day number 4 is we had a holiday this week, and it was all about, that's right, the non-farm payrolls this week. Look at that number prior, 38,000, 287,000. Whether you believe the number or not, it don't matter. It was all to the upside today, all in the green, all in the green. And not much more on econ data as we roll into next week. So taking a look here for the week, wrapping up with 18 setups. 602 ticks, most of those on the NQ today, gaining some there on the NQ, ES, and the YM. And there it was, non-farm payrolls as price action got a lift to the upside. Again, very quick price action on the bars, not really being able to get anything until the pullback, and there it was for a little bit of piece of the action. Actually, what? Market came down. Well, market did pull back a little bit, but we did have most of those charts in the green today. So there again was the lift up on the non-farm payrolls data. Pullback gives you a little bit of an opportunity to take a little bit of ticks, but by the rules, bring that stop to break even, and from there up, it was all upside today. 5 charts in the green all across the board. Very nice price action. A little bit of choppy. YM didn't really get going. It was out of the gates. It was really the NQ to the upside, which ended up slowing down. And then YM and ES taking the reins and moving the indices up. There's a recap of our AM session. Again, non-farm payrolls all the way on the left. A little bit of a lift there. And then eventually a little bit of a piece of the pie trying to ride it up as much. Why the exit here in the middle? We'll take a look at that here in a little bit on the daily trend charts. Taking a look at the NQ, there it was all the way up to the 4-hour fib extension. 4-hour fib extension, which really didn't grab much more, but by the rules, by the standard, looking at the higher time frame as any good trader would do, you got a nice trend on a 20 tick. You have a nice trend on a 15 tick after a bounce off the T350. You take the entry on the smaller time frame as it bounced up above the T350 on the 10 tick range chart. Pullback, you never know what's to the right of the chart, so you look on the pullback, you decide to bail, you look for the re-entry, and you move to the upside and manage it as to wherever you want to exit the trade. That's up to you. Price action again all across the board, very much in trend today. 50 above 144s. Go to a 3-minute chart. 1-minute chart gives you a little bit of too much noise. Price action pretty much came down, tagged the 144 on the 1 minute. But when you got a nice trend moving, go to an increased time frame, which can keep you in the trend that much longer. 51.44, very nice. So taking a look at the big picture for the whole session, again, pretty much leaving that NQ session on the afternoon. Not too much of a loss there. Well, when we say loss, we mean that we didn't stay in the trend as long, so a little bit of an exit. That was the 4-hour fib extension. Not too bad on the NQ. Went up a little bit more, almost coming back to the T350. Taking a look here at the YM. YM let that one go. That's right. Price action here a little bit slow in that mid-session. Really was hanging out there for almost an hour. Decide, yeah, you know what? AM gains. Let the PM session. It was moving so slow. It was like watching paint dry at first until that run up there, which was a very nice move in the end, but just let that one go on the YM. And there it was in the ES, not too bad. ES ran up a little bit more, so from that close around 2120, 2116, not bad. 4-point gap there in the end, but not too bad for a day with 5 charts in the green. Jump right into the AD line. Price action, there's your lift today. Again, following the AD line in the morning session, from 1 minute to 3 minute to 5 minute to 10-minute chart. And here we finally see price action pretty much plateauing out this afternoon. Again, a little bit of a drive down there in the last parts of the session. Really not affecting much as price action didn't really go any further. Let's take a look at the 5-minute charts on the crude. Crude struggling a little bit down here as it moved down to the 45s. Again, there's our 25-minute open range low, 25-minute open range a little bit higher, was it? It was right around here, around the Globex high. So kind of embedded in there. But today's open never looked back and pretty much settled out here at the Globex low and average low as well. Rest of the markets, we know the big picture for the day was to the upside. The upside, that's right, trend predictor from the moment the market opened based on the London session was to the long side, and there we went upside all the way, and really doing a fine job on that trend predictor with Fibonacci levels as well. All right, so broke above all key levels here. So once price action blows through these lines here, moves right through them, like it's not molasses, but like butter, just runs right through it. Really doesn't matter. So you got to say, all right, where's price action going to stop? Well, you don't never know, so you got to follow the candles. Trend on the candles, watch the moving averages, trend lines, Keltner channels, whatever it is to keep you in the trend. It doesn't matter, multi-moving averages, Kiwi super trend, you pick your study to keep you in the trend and manage it on the way up. Hey, how do we do on those Fibonacci levels? Let's take a look at those. There we go, Fib levels. There we go for our projection levels. So we got up to the projection levels here on the three indices here. Never looked downside, so it was all to the upside. NQ reaching up there to 4509 on a Fib extension. Very nice move. ES and YM thought we might go catch those levels, but we were almost there, but never really tagged that and pulled back. Take a look at the daily gaps. We went ahead and closed out a daily gap, 17,945, 111.25, and 85.75 here on the NQ, but in the process leaving ourselves a new open gap behind as Friday price action gapped up from yesterday's close. Taking a look at the VPOX, I was watching this during the session as price action was moving up and closing out some long-term VPOX that we've had there for a while, so very nice to see that. There it is, NQ up to the VPOC upside here, closing that out. That was pretty much the high of the session. So add up your top VPOC here, take a look at your daily gap. We pretty much went upside there, and then look at the Fib levels that we were watching, 4509, and you got some levels up there because once you move through all the 5-minute chart, you can look to your resistance lines as well, the NQ down here. But you've already bypassed most of the key levels for the trading session. You got to look upside and say, where might be some resistance, and you just simply let it go and see how high you can ride it, and watch the Heikin Ashi bars, or any trend bars for that matter, or any trend study. Remember, everything looks great on a trend. All right, let's go back to those. Let's go back to the VPOC as we see the ES came up here to close out that, or just about that 2127. Didn't manage to reach it, close that. So open VPOC, 600-day VPOC. Keep aware where they are. 2093.50, 805 down below, and we still have the NQ all the way down here at 42.90. ECL still holding underneath 48.30. Let's jump right into the daily trend here. Let's take a look at the charts here. Let's start with the crude again. Crude to the downside here. Never really looked back after the 25-minute open range high. Globex high was pretty much the high of the session. Here price action again, looking for the best of setups. We had a sell signal here on one. Not the best of setups. You do have 3 charts in the red here, kind of playing catch up. So nice trend down here. Again, nothing really here. Crude, pretty much the best setup of the session was right over here in the afternoon session, right towards the close of it. Pretty much would have stayed away from the crude today. Take a look at the YM price action again. Take a look at some key numbers here, levels. Price action again. Non-farm payrolls coming out there. Getting that first lift. You got just about 5 charts in the green there. Pull back, and again, like I said, YM was struggling a little bit at first. There's your U.S. Open, 17,927 at 9:30, and from there, price action again, very modest gain. You can go look back over the overnight session. It was a nice gain, but U.S. session pretty moderate here. But that was the signal on the YM. Pretty much sat out of that. What can I say? Didn't get a piece of that in the end, but there it was. Buy signal on 5 charts in the green. Again, you can see what I was talking about here. This range right here was almost an hour in itself, so just let that one go as I saw price action pretty much slowing down. Again, nice tool you can use is always drawing yourself a Fibonacci target by simply drawing from the low of the low below the 50, drawing yourself to the B point, giving yourself a C point and a management tool to the way up. So almost a full move on the Fibonacci levels to the upside. Take a look at the NQ. Again, same picture on the NQ with the fib lines, taking the low of the low to the pullback here as we saw price action lift up here, hitting fib target 1, 2, and all the way up to the upside here, 100% of the AB leg. But again, if you want to get on that AB leg and get some ticks in, there was the buy signal on 5 charts in the green. So that was the move right there at the market open. And we grabbed that, ran it up, decided to bail here, re-enter, ride it up, and well, there's another nice move in the afternoon, but let that one go as price action got another lift through the remainder of the session. Again, way above that U.S. Open and London high. As they said, trend predictor this morning said to the long, and it was long, but hey, all you got to see is those 5 charts in the green, and that was almost enough for me. All right, taking a look at the ES again, price action on the ES, 5 charts in the green. There was the pullback. If you missed it, you were waiting. T350 is sitting right there and you decide not to go. There it is, upside, and bang, the afternoon session. Kind of bailed a little early there before the pullback, but let that one go to the upside. PM session, nice little ride up. But again, between the bail point and the finish, the close was only about a 4-point gap. Taking a look at the gold again, gold running up, interesting indices running up. Don't like to see that too much, but buy signal there on the upside. Not many charts in the green together, so would have held up. The highest probability setup was right all the way up here. Again, if you're trading off the levels, that's one thing, but otherwise the highest probability setup was up here, or perhaps on the pullback up here as gold was reaching up to the Globex high. All right, and taking a look at the euro to the downside, highest probability moves started to build up towards the U.S. Open here. Sell signal downside on at least 4 charts in the red. Nice move. 5 charts in the red right here. Didn't last long. Bounce off the T350 back downside. So if you were stopped out here, you had another possibility of a run down here, and that was it for about the remainder of the session. Let's take a look at the daily big pick as we run into next week. Price action crude, we've said all week now, is price action on the 8-hour resistance at the 51.44. Having a hard time. Again, we're in the gap of the 5200. I look to the 200 downside for support, 42.74. Again, if we get back upside, we'll be looking at a trend change, initial trend change next week. We'll always be on an intraday, but look for the 4-hour to be back upside. Watch for the 2 moving averages, the 5 and the 10, to turn white here. That gives us a trend change, but again, watch for the resistance at the 50 and the 144 on the 4-hour chart, and watch for that 50 on a daily chart. We break above that, then we break some trend, and we move back to the upside. If we head down, watch for that 200 MA, including those daily gaps on the crude that we have downside, 40.24 and 37.90. Let's take a look at the 3 indices. There we go, 3 indices. Price action on the 3 indices. Here we go, back upside above the 50 and the 200 across the board. Average volume just a little bit above actually on the ES and the YM today. NQ was just below normal average. Again, watching those fib extensions. Again, if you're not using them on an intraday, you can use them on a 4-hour chart from low, high, pull back across the moving average. There it was, 85% probability of hitting that. Again, that was set up a couple days ago, so if you're looking for the short-term trend, options trader or whatever, price action was on an entry back here around 44.19 all the way up to 45.09. Nice move, and there it was up to the fib extension, just barely here on the ES and the YM, 2027 and 2127 and 18.098. All right, taking a look ahead to next week as price action moves into mid-July here. Let's take a look for the econ calendar rolling out to July 11th. As we start out the week, very light on the econ data. We have Fed speakers all week, so look for the price action in the week to react to that. Beige book out on Wednesday. EIA report as well. Beige book, again, a precursor to what Feds might do there. PPI jobless claims, again, a couple red star events towards the end of the week. Make sure you check out your Econoday global calendar as well for any European events coming up. All right, that concludes an insight in the state of the indices, the daily trend, and feel free to stop by tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of one simple strategy: any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts, and as always, I leave my bias at the door when trading. Hey there, Jedi traders! Make sure you check out the market futures, ETF, and market cap leaders on the weekend here. Let me show you what you might be looking at. Taking a look at the market outlook for the week as we go through the weekly supplemental, which covers markets from the futures, key indices. One thing I've started to do during the week is cover the market cap leaders. So over the weekend, we'll go ahead and cover those as we do each day. But again, I'll leave that for the weekend video as well. You want to check out those videos by clicking on the supplemental here and the link to those videos as well. And then a little bit of a piece of technical outlook looking at the week ahead. So there it is, futures, ETF, and market cap leaders. And again, a little bit of a different layout as in the blog. I've been going day 1, day 2, day 3. We have a new Friday weekly results. It's called the Week 27 recap. So again, a quick look here at the weekly total: 18 setups, 602 ticks. Chart of the week right there on the NQ. And then each day daily trend videos that you can go back. We'll go ahead and post today's session right here, and then again a link to the futures, ETF, market cap leaders, and newsletter from last time. Again, you want to check out the blog for the most current version. So again, a little something new there to keep you in the loop, and then Cliff Notes version here on Friday. All right, have yourselves a Blue Zone weekend wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you. See ya, guys, next week, week 28 of the market. Have a good one.